Why do some people capture our minds so completely that we cannot stop thinking about them, while others fade from memory the instant they leave the room? The answer is power. And today, we will uncover how to make anyone obsessed with you through the ruthless wisdom of Niccolo Machiavelli. In every court, in every kingdom, and even in your modern world, one truth endures. Power is not held merely by armies or wealth, but by the chains of desire you wrap around others. To rule a man's heart is to rule his mind, and to rule his mind is to command his actions. Today I shall teach you the secret art of making others obsessed with you. Ask yourself this: what makes a person linger in your thoughts long after they've gone? Is it because they were kind? Because they smiled or spoke softly? No, kindness alone does not bind the human heart. It is too ordinary, too easily found, too quickly forgotten. The truth, though bitter, is this: people do not obsess over what is freely given. They obsess over what they are made to desire. To understand the roots of obsession, you must see men and women as they truly are, not as they claim to be. They say they admire generosity, yet they take it for granted. They claim to value selflessness, yet they exploit it without remorse. A man who gives endlessly is not adored, he is used. A woman who always says yes is not cherished, she is ignored. This is the brutal law of human nature. What is abundant loses its worth. Desire, however, is a fire. It consumes, torments, enslaves. And to create desire, you must not give everything, but only enough to awaken hunger. Imagine a feast where the host serves dish after dish until every guest is sick with abundance. No one leaves obsessed with the food, they leave dull and tired. But imagine instead a single taste of sweetness, rare and fleeting. The guest departs haunted by the flavor, desperate for more. That is the essence of power. If you want anyone to be obsessed with you, do not flood them with affection or constant attention. Become the rare flame they cannot touch too easily. Offer enough to show the warmth of your presence, then withdraw. Give them a glimpse of your brilliance, but never the whole light. In doing so, you make them restless in your absence, unable to escape the thought of you. People are ruled by what they cannot fully possess. They dream endlessly of what lies just beyond reach. And when you position yourself as the object of their desire, always near, yet slightly out of grasp, you need not chase them. They will chase you. Their mind will serve you more loyally than any servant, because it will chain itself to your image day and night. But here lies the danger. Many mistake kindness for influence. They believe giving more will earn gratitude, that constant presence will win love, that sacrifice will breed loyalty. These are illusions whispered by the weak. Gratitude fades, loyalty breaks, love itself withers under routine. But desire, when nurtured with care, can be made eternal. So understand this. Control others not through kindness, but through the fire of want. Let them feel your absence as sharply as your presence. Let them never be certain whether they truly hold your affection or if you remain just beyond their reach. This uncertainty binds them far more tightly than comfort ever could. Look to the rulers of old, kings and princes who inspired not merely respect, but obsession. They achieved this not by giving freely, but by presenting themselves as the sole key to fulfillment. Their courts starved for a glance, a word, a favor, because such things were rare and therefore priceless. Their strength was not in generosity, but in restraint, and this principle reaches far beyond palaces or crowns. It governs love, friendship, and influence in every form. The one who gives endlessly is forgotten. The one who withholds just enough, who makes others desire, becomes unforgettable. You must learn to offer in measured doses, never all at once. Reveal fragments of yourself, never the whole. Let them think they are close to knowing you, while always keeping a part hidden. That distance breeds longing. That longing breeds obsession. But remember, desire dies without limits. It is only when something is not fully attained that it grows more precious. If you strip away all resistance, if you surrender yourself completely, you kill the hunger that makes others cling to you. In the art of obsession, denial is as powerful as reward. Once you master this truth, you will see the world differently. You will no longer beg for affection or chase recognition, because you will know that those who matter will give it freely. Once you command their desire. And desire, unlike love or loyalty, can be shaped and controlled like a weapon in your hand. This is the first law of making anyone obsessed with you. Rule them not through kindness, but through desire. For desire is the invisible chain that binds more tightly than gratitude and endures longer than love. And once you ignite this hunger, once they become restless in your absence, you may begin the next stage of power, the art of scarcity, where your presence itself becomes the rarest and most coveted of all gifts. When you understand that desire is the true chain binding people to you, you must ask yourself, what keeps desire alive? The answer is not constant presence or endless indulgence. The answer is scarcity. What is rare is revered. What is always present becomes invisible. Even the brightest star fades in the noonday sun. But one faint glimmer in the midnight sky captures every gaze. This is why scarcity is the ultimate tool of power. When you are everywhere, when you are always available, you cease to be a treasure. You become background noise. Your presence loses weight. Your words lose meaning. Your actions lose impact. But when you withdraw, when you make yourself rare, people's minds inflate your worth. They begin to imagine your absence must mean importance, that your silence must hold wisdom, that your distance must conceal greatness. You grow larger in their imagination than you ever could by standing before them every hour. It is the same with all things men desire. Gold gleams not only for its beauty, but because it is scarce. A gem buried deep within the earth becomes priceless, not because it is needed, but because it is rare. Apply this law to yourself, and you will see how quickly others begin to obsess over you. If they feel your absence, they will chase your presence. If they cannot have you whenever they wish, they will hunger for the moments they can. Consider the courtier who flatters the prince endlessly, never leaving his side, always eager to please. Soon he becomes invisible, part of the palace furniture. But the one who appears rarely, who speaks sparingly, who withholds his presence, becomes a mystery. When he enters the room, all eyes turn toward him, wondering what wisdom he hides, what purpose he conceals. His scarcity makes him powerful. His distance makes him valuable. And so it is in love, in friendship, in every bond between people. If you give all of yourself constantly, if you are always within reach, your presence becomes a habit. They may use you, they may even like you, but they will never obsess over you. To inspire obsession, you must master the art of withdrawal. Appear, then disappear. Give, then withhold. Show yourself, then retreat. This rhythm enslaves the mind. People value what they cannot easily have. A rare moment with you becomes a treasure. A rare word becomes sacred. A rare gesture becomes unforgettable. By making yourself scarce, you turn the simplest of actions into priceless currency. Your smile, your approval, even your silence gains weight because it is not common, not given freely to all. But heed this warning. Scarcity must be deliberate, not careless. If you vanish without purpose, if you appear to neglect or abandon, you lose power instead of gaining it. True scarcity is not empty absence. It is absence with meaning. Your withdrawal must suggest intention. Your silence must hint at purpose. When you are not there, they must feel that you are elsewhere, shaping destiny, not wasting time. In this way, your absence speaks louder than another's presence. And understand this, the more you withhold, the more people will fill the void you leave behind. They will create fantasies, illusions, and desires to explain you. They will magnify your qualities, sometimes beyond truth, simply because you are not there to correct them. The less they see, the more they invent. And this invention feeds obsession. This is why great leaders, lovers, and manipulators all master the art of being rare. They do not overexpose themselves. They do not reveal too much. They never become ordinary by being always present. They know scarcity is a crown, and only those not easily reached are truly pursued. The masses crave what they cannot have. Deny them your presence, and they will beg for it. Deny them your attention, and they will crave it. Deny them your approval, and they will shape their lives to earn it. What is rare bends the will of men more than what is freely abundant. Once you master this law, you become unforgettable. For even in your absence, you remain present in their thoughts. Even in your silence, your voice echoes in their minds. And once you understand the power that scarcity grants, you can advance to the next stage in forging true obsession, the weaving of mystery and uncertainty, where the unknown itself becomes your most potent weapon. When scarcity has made your presence valuable, take it further. Rarity creates longing, but mystery deepens obsession. The man is enslaved not only by what he desires, but by what he cannot fully understand. The human mind cannot tolerate uncertainty. When denied answers, it does not rest. It invents, it speculates, it obsesses. And this is the weapon you must learn to wield. Understand this well. The moment you become predictable, you become ordinary. When people believe they know all of you, when every thought, emotion, and action is revealed, you no longer haunt their imagination. You are a finished book, and finished books are left to gather dust. But when parts of you remain hidden, when your intentions are never fully known, you become an endless puzzle. They turn you over in their mind, replaying your words, your silences, your gestures, searching for answers that never come. And it is this endless searching that breeds obsession. The greatest rulers in history never revealed their hearts. They understood that to be transparent is to be powerless. A king who exposes every thought invites manipulation. A lover who bears every emotion loses allure. But one who keeps a veil over his mind, who reveals just enough to provoke curiosity, yet never enough to be fully known, that one commands both fear and fascination. His enemies wonder what he plots. His allies wonder where they stand. His lovers wonder if they truly hold him. And all of them, bound by uncertainty, are unable to let him go. You must learn this art. Speak with layers. Act with dual meanings. Leave questions unanswered. When someone asks where you stand, give them a fragment of truth, but not the whole. When someone seeks your approval, offer a smile that could mean many things. When someone demands certainty, respond with ambiguity. In this way, they are forced to live not with the comfort of answers, but with the torment of possibilities. And torment, though painful, also enslaves. Do not believe that love survives on honesty alone. Love feeds on mystery. The lover who knows every corner of your heart may feel secure, but security suffocates passion. The lover who wonders if they truly possess you, who doubts whether they truly understand you, is never secure, never at peace. Their mind spins endlessly, dissecting your every word, your every glance, searching for hidden meaning. This uncertainty breeds obsession. For the more they doubt, the more they cling. Even in friendship, mystery is a crown. The companion who reveals everything becomes forgettable. But the one who hints at unseen depths, who carries himself with quiet secrecy, who speaks less than he knows, this one is admired, respected, even feared. His presence weighs heavy. His absence lingers. Those around him cannot help but ask, what does he truly think? What does he truly feel? What does he truly want? And so their minds never rest from him. The power of mystery is that it makes others do your work for you. You need not explain yourself. They will create explanations. You need not reveal your plans. They will imagine them, often in ways that magnify your power. Indeed, many rulers and manipulators throughout history survived not because they were truly powerful, but because their mystery created the illusion of power. People fear what they cannot see, respect what they cannot understand, and desire what they cannot reach. Remember this: certainty is the enemy of obsession. When you give someone certainty, you release them. Their mind finds closure, their heart finds peace, and they move on. But when you give them uncertainty, when you deny closure and leave questions lingering, you bind them to you. The mind cannot abandon unfinished business, and you must make yourself that unfinished business they can never resolve. Yet beware, for mystery without substance quickly collapses into emptiness. You must pair secrecy with strength, ambiguity with action. Do not be silent because you have nothing to say. Be silent because you could say much. Do not be mysterious because you are hollow. Be mysterious because you are vast. When there is truth behind the veil becomes impenetrable. Cultivate this power carefully. Reveal parts of yourself, but never all. Give answers, but never the complete truth. Let people believe they are close to knowing you, yet always keep something hidden. This distance, this uncertainty, enslaves their thoughts. It keeps them awake at night, wondering, doubting, desiring. And when they are bound to you in this restless way, you may wield the next weapon of control, the rhythm of reward and withdrawal, the art of giving pleasure, then withholding it, to deepen desire into dependence. Once you have wrapped yourself in mystery and trapped others in the endless chase for answers they will never find, you must take control one step further. Obsession cannot live on mystery alone. It must be nourished, but carefully. The secret lies in creating a cycle of reward and denial, of granting pleasure and then pulling it away. For nothing enslaves the human soul more than the taste of sweetness that is never guaranteed. Think of how gamblers are ruined, not by constant victory, but by uncertain reward. A man who wins every time grows bored. A man who loses every time walks away. But the man who wins occasionally, unpredictably, becomes enslaved. His mind cannot detach from the hope that the next turn will bring fortune. He spends his life chasing a reward that comes only when fate allows. The same law governs human desire. When you offer someone affection or attention, it is not the act itself that binds them, but the rhythm with which you give and take it away. When you alternate between warmth and withdrawal, you make them dependent on your pattern. A lover who showers affection endlessly may be adored at first, but soon becomes dull, ordinary. Their love loses its taste because it is always available. But a lover who mixes passion with coldness, affection with distance, keeps the heart enslaved. The uncertainty feeds the fire of obsession. They do not know when they will feel your warmth again, so they crave it endlessly. They live in hunger, never fulfilled, always chasing the next moment. This dance of reward and denial is one of the purest forms of control. When you give completely. Let them feel your light, your attention, your presence, as if they have touched heaven. But never let that heaven last too long. Withdraw suddenly, without a word, leaving them in the dark. They will ache for the return of what you once gave, and this ache will chain them to you tighter than any constant affection ever could. The same law governs power as it does love. A ruler who always rewards dulls the hunger of his people. But a ruler who sometimes grants favor and sometimes withholds it creates a court of desperate followers. Every man strives for his glance. Every woman competes for his smile. Every subject clings to hope, waiting to be chosen next. The unpredictability intoxicates them. They cannot walk away, for the next favor might be theirs. You must command this rhythm with precision. Withhold too long and they may lose faith. Give too freely and they may grow numb. The mastery lies in balance. Give enough to keep them alive, yet hold back enough to keep them starving. Let them taste but never feast. Let them drink but never satisfy their thirst. This way they become addicted not to what you give, but to the hope of what might come next. And when you do reward, when you grant affection, attention, or favor, do it with fire. Make the moment unforgettable. Let it burn deep into their memory. Then when you retreat, the absence of that fire will haunt them. They will replay it endlessly in their minds, longing to feel it once more. It is not the steady stream of small pleasures that enslaves, but the rare and intense ones that leave scars. Psychologists of your time call this intermittent reinforcement. Centuries ago, it was known simply as mastery of the human heart. It is how rulers secured loyalty, how lovers held power, how leaders commanded armies, not by force, but by measured attention. For the human soul is weakest when it hungers, and he who controls that hunger controls the man entirely. This rhythm also conceals your true nature. When you move between warmth and coldness, between closeness and distance, no one can predict you, and therefore no one can control you. They remain uncertain, always in pursuit, always bound. The less they know where they stand, the tighter they cling. And that clinging is the seed of obsession. Understand this. To make someone obsessed is not to make them comfortable. It is to make them restless. Restless in your absence, restless in your presence, restless in hope and in fear. Master the art of giving and withholding so perfectly that they never find peace. They must always want more, always wonder when the next moment will come, always feel one step away from your full favor. But this rhythm must serve your will. It must appear unpredictable yet follow your design. Each gift must pull them deeper. Each silence must tighten the chains. Over time, they will no longer seek others. Their world will shrink to your orbit. They will act not from their own will, but from your influence. You, the giver and taker of their pleasure. And when you have mastered this rhythm, when their heart is bound to the uncertainty of your affection, you must crown it with power. For obsession cannot live without strength. It is not only mystery that binds men, but the awe they feel before one who stands above them. Once you make others hunger for what only you can give, remember, no one obsesses over weakness. Desire without respect becomes pity. Mystery without strength becomes mockery. To hold another's mind, you must project power. Obsession is born not only from denial, but from the illusion that you are untouchable, a figure to be desired, feared, and admired. Men and women are drawn to strength the way moths are drawn to flame. The weak may earn sympathy, but sympathy commands nothing. The weak may be pitied, but never pursued. Only the strong, those who radiate presence and authority, become the center around which others revolve. To be desired, you must appear more than mortal. To be obeyed, you must appear unshakable. And true strength, the kind that enslaves hearts and minds, does not always roar. Sometimes it speaks softly but never bends. Sometimes strength is found in the calm of one who does not flinch before adversity. Sometimes it lies in the confidence of one who speaks as if his words shape reality. Sometimes it is the quiet dominance of one who enters a room and claims it without demand or noise. True power is not loud desperation but composed control. It is the silent aura that whispers, "I do not need you, but you need me." When you move among others, never appear needy. Desperation carries the scent of weakness, and it drives away the very desire you seek to inspire. Instead, wear the cloak of independence. Let it be clear that your world spins with or without them. When they realize you do not crave their approval, when they see you can walk away without loss, the balance shifts. They become dependent, not you. This imbalance creates the hunger that makes them cling. They chase not only your affection, but the strength that radiates from your being. History has already revealed this truth. Those who were loved most fiercely were never beggars of love, but commanders of it. Caesar inspired devotion, not through gentleness, but through his presence as destiny itself. Cleopatra conquered hearts not by beauty alone, but through the aura of a queen no man could resist. Even now, in your modern world, those who stand apart, confident, self-contained, unshaken, become the ones others obsess over. But strength must be displayed with art. If you show it through arrogance, you breed hatred instead of desire. If you wield it only through cruelty, you create fear without attachment. True strength is balance, calm, deliberate, undeniable. It is the quiet certainty that makes others think, "Here stands someone beyond my reach, someone I cannot command, someone I cannot forget." To command others, first command yourself. Master your emotions, so no insult provokes you, no failure breaks you, no temptation enslaves you. Those who lose control of themselves lose control of all things. But those who remain composed, who speak when they choose, who act from will not impulse, these are the ones who inspire obsession. For both men and women are drawn to the stability they lack. Never neglect appearance, for the world does not see your soul, only your mask. If you wish to command obsession, wear the mask of power always. Your posture, your voice, your stillness, your silence, all must convey control. Even when storms rage inside you, your surface must remain tranquil. This illusion of unshakable calm enslaves imagination. Understand this also, strength creates contrast. When you choose to give affection, it becomes infinitely more valuable because it comes from above, not below. A weak man's affection feels like pleading. A strong man's affection feels like a reward. A weak woman's love feels like dependence. A strong woman's love feels like privilege. The power of the giver determines the worth of the gift. It is not the act that binds hearts. It is the force behind it. Thus the pattern completes itself. Desire without strength is fragile. Scarcity without power is hollow. Mystery without dominance is ignored. Reward without authority is wasted. To create obsession, all must work as one. The hunger you awaken, the rarity of your attention, the questions that linger, the rhythm of your giving and taking, and above all, the power that lifts you beyond equality. Only then does obsession take root, deep, enduring, inescapable. They no longer chase your affection. They chase the image of power embodied in you, the one they cannot resist, the one who stands above them, untouchable, unforgettable. And here lies the final truth. Obsession is not born of love, kindness, or fairness. It is born of mastery. The one who knows how to ignite desire, withdraw at will, and keep the heart starving, holds dominion over others. Machiavelli knew this centuries ago. People are not loyal to virtue, nor to ideals. They are loyal to the chains of their own passion. If you are the one who forges those chains, you will never be forgotten. Remember this: to make someone obsessed, do not drown them in affection. Give them just enough to crave more. To appear powerful is greater than to appear desperate. To inspire longing is more potent than to inspire comfort. To keep your mystery is more dangerous than to reveal your soul. Now the choice stands before you. You can remain ordinary, offering love freely and watching it be overlooked. Or you can rise above the common crowd, mastering the art of controlled desire, becoming the one who commands thought and attention. In a world of beggars, be the one who is pursued. In a world of noise, be the one whose silence dominates memory. For those who master this art, obsession is not something they chase. It is something they summon.